From the ninth floor of Notre Dame Stadium, I'm Tim Priester with Tim O'Malley. It's Notre Dame Bowling Green today. Tim, the line keeps going up. I think it's 46.5 last we heard. It's going to be a one-sided game today. You know, everybody always wants to know, what do you need to see in order to feel like Notre Dame's going to be a playoff team by the end of the year? What do you need to see to feel better? And not that we feel bad about Notre Dame playing USC next week, but feel good about playing USC next week based upon what happens here today.
In addition to Book having to be sharp, obviously he has to be sharp in a game like this, I want to see Michael Young kind of hit his stride as Cole Kmet did the second. Now, he's not as good as Cole Kmet, but Cole Kmet is ready to go against USC. He showed that when he hit the field against Georgia. I want to see Michael Young in that realm. I want to see Jameer Smith step up, because I don't buy that Jafar Armstrong is going to step on the field and be great against USC. So I think you need Jameer Smith to help in that game. Still want to see Stebo Flemister grow, but obviously if Smith was ahead of him in August, logically he would still be if they're healthy. And then on the other side of the football, someone has to step in for Sean Crawford. I don't know how it could be Dante Vaughn against USC or Houston Griffith. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I want to see KJ Wallace, and I want to see if he can handle it, because we hear about how competitive he is, and you're going to need another corner next week against the Trojans.
Offensively, you know, nobody's asking Ian Book to be a 4.5-star player.
Right.
But he just needs to be able to make the plays that he's capable of making. And he did start out 8 for 8 last week, and then dropped off, and he's missing receivers. And we talked about some of the decisions that he makes along the way. Just wanted to see him make the decisions that he made when he became a starter early last year.
And you wonder if Young, Kmet, Jafar Armstrong, Fink, and Claypool all together can help him to that end. I mean, he definitely needs the weapons, but I didn't get the feeling when he was missing guys and making odd decisions that it was because he wasn't in sync with Michael Young yet, or that Chris Fink was out at X. Maybe it does have to do with Jafar Armstrong not being out there a little bit, but you said it best when you said he was not in the right space at some point playing football last week, because a senior quarterback with however many starts doesn't run out of bounds to start a game and take a 5-yard sack, when every rule in the world is you just got to toss the ball, and you don't have that issue. He wouldn't have done it last year. I don't know why he's doing it this year. You have to see improvement from Ian Book. I can't quantify it, but over the next 2 months, he has to be better than his first month.
Everything we hear is that he practices fine during the week, and he sees things. And you would think that now going into his 15th start, that maybe this is a good day for him to settle in and get his confidence rolling in the right direction. The running game, obviously against Brian Van Gorder's defense, Notre Dame can do whatever they want to do offensively, running it and throwing it. But I think this would be a good time to get your running backs 35, 40 carries if you can do that, and just feel better about the running game. Obviously what they did in the fourth quarter in particular against Virginia gave them the feeling like, okay, the offensive line is moving in the right direction, the running game's going in the right direction.
Yeah, I feel better about the offensive line after these last 2 games than I did after the first 2 games, which is a good thing. I mean, you're supposed to be improved game 3 and 4, but they are much better defenses. I actually accepted Brian Kelly at his word when he mentioned, well, we kind of knew this of the game plan. We didn't go down to Georgia trying to run the ball. We weren't going to run the ball. We thought passing was the way to win. They protected Book pretty well in that game. There was pressures at the end that mattered, but hey, the offensive line has held up in pass protection against 2 really good front sevens the last 2 weeks. That's promising. You want to see more of that fourth quarter push that you saw against Virginia, because that's the legit rush defense out there as well.
We expect to see a lot of players for Notre Dame today, both on offense and defense. It's Notre Dame versus Bowling Green. The Irish, a 46.5-point favorite here in Notre Dame Stadium.